Hello and welcome to Valuechain News. I am Naomi Oleribe. First, the headlines. Make auto gas available before subsidy removal. Opinion poll. PIA Pengasson calls for change in NNPC's management union relationship. 556 billion naira crude oil lost to vandalism orders in 3 months, NNPC report. GACN reiterates commitment to natural gas growth. And to the news in details. A high percentage of low-income earners in Nigeria is of the opinion that fuel subsidy be retained. This is according to the recent Valuechain opinion poll results. In late November 2021, the federal government announced that it will remove subsidy on petrol in 2022. The federal government also said that about 40 million poor Nigerians will be paid 5,000 monthly stipend for transportation. Over time, the federal government has promised to give Nigerians alternative fuel, auto gas, which according to them is expected to sell cheaper than the highly subsidized petrol. Following the statement, Valuechain conducted an opinion poll with a cross-section of Nigerians to understand and evaluate the reaction and perspective on Nigerians on the issue. On the issue of subsidy being removed, about 1,874 people responded, and 49.1% agreed that subsidy be removed outrightly, while 50.9% wanted to be retained. The former argued that it is a leakage to the economy. On the issue on if the federal government should provide alternative cheaper gas before the removal of subsidy, 82.6% voted for provision of alternative cheaper gas before subsidy removal, while 17.4% said no. Meanwhile, out of 1,920 respondents on if government should remove subsidy and pay 5,000 naira monthly to poor Nigerians, 83.5% voted yes, while 16.5% voted no. Going with this poll, it is obvious that two popular demands are hanging between providing alternative cheap fuel to replace the subsidized petrol and the disbursement of 5,000 naira stipend to the poor. Of these two popular demands, industry watchers are more inclined to the former. One thing is certain, with the potential removal of subsidy in 2022, reviving the gas for fuel scheme will not only cushion the effects of downstream subsidy removal, but will create new markets and enormous job opportunities for Nigerians. The Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, Pengasson, has called for a paradigm shift in the relationship between the labor union and management of Nigeria's National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, with a view to promoting organizational profitability. The outgoing group chairman of Pengasson NNPC Group Executive Council, Comrade Victor Odo, stated this at the 6th Triennial Delegates Conference of the Council, which was held in Abuja. Odo said, given the new reality occasioned by the PIA, there was need to review union management engagement strategies to focus more on collaboration, synergy, and support for policies that will improve the company's revenue base and sustainability prospects. He commended the GMD for the numerous initiatives geared towards the progress of the company. Also speaking at the event, NNPC CEO Kyari said that the new NNPC will be driven by performance and profitability. He noted that the PIA had provided the enabling structure to support the NNPC's viability and growth. Nigeria lost crude oil valued at about 556 billion naira between August and October this year due to pipeline vandalism, community interferences, sabotage of oil facilities, among others. Latest industry data obtained from the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited showed data compiled by the Crude Oil Marketing Division reports of events that affected oil production in August, September, and October 2021 indicated that the country consistently posted losses during the period under review. In August, September, and October 2021, the average cost of a barrel of Brent, the crude against which Nigeria's oil is priced, were $70.75, $74.49, and $83.54 respectively, according to a data from Statistica, a global statistical firm. Crude oil volumes lost due to various production shut-in caused by vandalism, sabotage, and other challenges in August, September, and October were 6,680,620 barrels, 6,362,700 barrels, and 4,824,946 barrels, respectively, at the official exchange rate of 411.95 naira to the dollar. The worth of crude volumes lost by the country in August, September, and October were 194.71 billion naira, 195.246 billion naira, and 166.5 billion naira, respectively. This implies that the value of crude oil that was lost by Nigeria during the 3-month period was about 556 billion naira. This came at a time when the country's debt had been increasing, with the federal government sourcing for funds by borrowing several billions of dollars. The Gas Aggregation Company of Nigeria, GACN, on Friday in Abuja said the company remained committed to stimulating growth of natural gas utilization in Nigeria. The managing director of GACN, Mr. Valuechain Ogunleye, said this during the company's 2021 end-of-the-year dinner and award party with the theme Continuity, Culture and Excellence. The management emphasized that the growth of gas utilization could be actualized in collaboration with all key gas sector participants. The GACN was incorporated in Nigeria in January 2021 with the purpose of stimulating growth of natural gas utilization in the Nigerian domestic market, amongst others. Given the consistent support from the federal government, the Ministry of Petroleum Resources, and the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, there is no excuse for not achieving the mandate, Ogunleye said. Reports stated that events were recorded in recognition of some members of the company for outstanding performance. Niger Delta youths and civic groups have warned saboteurs against undermining the federal government's efforts building lasting peace and environmental degradation in the region. The group, under the aegis of the Niger Delta Youth Movement, African Center for Justice and Human Rights, Friends of the Environment, and Nigerian Ethnic Youth Leaders Council, said they welcomed the findings of a joint investigation into the recent oil spillage in Nembe, Bayelsa State. The National Oil Spills Detection and Response Agency and the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission investigating the November 5 oil spill at the oil mining lease at Nembe had attributed the incident, which polluted the Santa Barbara River and the Nembe Creeks, to sabotage. The group, in a statement by their coordinator Nduka Edede Chinonso, said findings have shown that the spill, as we have been suspecting from the beginning, was an act of sabotage by enemies of the federal government and a plot to undermine President Buhari's Niger Delta agenda. Chairman of the National Oil Corporation, Mustafa Sanala, discussed with the chairman of the board of directors of the Libyan Ports Company, Mohammed Hamdan, joint cooperation in several fields. The meeting, which was held at the foundation headquarters in Tripoli, reviewed the foundation's need regarding the project to activate and develop the naval base and Zuwara seaport and the possibility of drawing upon expertise from the foundation's competent departments in implementing this project. The two sides also discussed standards related to maritime safety and security and ways to combat marine pollution in an effort to preserve the marine environment, according to what was published on the official website of the corporation. St. Allah expressed the corporation's readiness to cooperate in providing with Libyan company with the studies and support necessary to implement the project and establish the maritime base, stressing that the corporation will coordinate between its department, maintenance and projects, health, safety and environment, and the Libyan company to harness the capabilities and implement projects that serve the public interest and support the national economy. St. Allah suggested to the company its contribution to the manufacture of a new offshore rig in Misrata. Accusations leveled by some Western officials against Russia over allegedly halting gas transit to Western Europe to push the approval of Nord Stream 2 are false, Gazprom said. The company's spokesman Sergei Kuprianov told journalists, "All accusations alleging that we undersupply gas to the European market are absolutely baseless, unacceptable and inconsistent with reality. All such statements are nothing but lies." The heated statement came in response to accusations leveled against Moscow by some Western officials earlier this week. Gazprom's Yamal-Europe pipeline, which brings gas from Russia to Germany through Poland and Belarus, saw shipments halted. The development prompted some politicians to assume that Russia is playing politics and pushing for the approval of its recently built Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline, which is yet to be passed by the German regulator. Fully constructed in September, the pipeline has faced vehement opposition from Poland and Ukraine, two transnational bypassed by the Baltic Sea pipeline, which stand to lose billions of dollars in annual revenues, as well as the U.S. Berlin recently said it would decide the project's fate on a non-political basis. The Russian gas giant said it simply fulfilled all its existing contractual obligations and did not receive any new supply requests from the relevant Europe nations like Germany and France. President, National Interfaith and Religious Organization for Peace, Bishop Sunday Garba, said the proposed National Youth Civic Corps Trust Fund will address unemployment crisis in Nigeria. In a special message on the group's reflection for 2021, the cleric commended the sponsors of the bill to establish the fund, which aimed to provide sustainable source of funds for the NYSC, skill acquisition, training and provision of startup capital to corps members, train and retrain the personnel of the NYSC, develop camps and the NYSC formations, and provide facilities. Bishop Garba said the bill, when passed, would improve the general welfare of the corps members and personnel of the scheme and enhance their preparedness to effectively discharge their statutory duties for promoting national unity, integration, self-reliance, and accelerated development of the national economy. He commended the NYSC Director General, Brigadier General Shaibu Ibrahim, for rejuvenating the Skills Acquisition and Entrepreneurship Development SAID program to empower young Nigerians for self-reliance. He said, with NYSC SAID initiative, many young Nigerians have embraced entrepreneurship and were now full-scale business owners and employers. Before we end the news, here's a recap of our headlines. PIA Pengasson calls for change in NNPC's management union relationship. 556 billion naira crude oil lost to vandalism, orders in 3 months, NNPC report. GACN reiterates commitment to natural gas growth. And that's the news. My name is Naomi Oleribe. Good afternoon and Merry Christmas.